Hey guys, it's JQ Crafty. We are doing a double whammy today. I have two other videos going up today as well, by the way. I have a Confessions of a Paper Addict video, and it's Rebecca's 500 subby hop, so make sure you go check those out as well. So this is not the only layout I'm doing that's posted today, so make sure you check them all out and then follow along with the hops and stuff. We don't want you to miss out, but we're doing 30 days of sketches with our Product Focus Friday. I happen to have technically five different collections of Heidi Swapp. That is our main focus this month. I will have link down below if anyone else is joining in with Product Focus Friday, but obviously all the people who are doing 30 days of sketches will be down below. I've just got this goofy photo of my husband and my son, and we're gonna play with old school. I figured I got my two boys. This is probably the most masculine collection I have of hers, so that's what we're gonna work with. So let's get started.
So this layout actually comes together rather quickly once I got things figured out, and I ended up being able to use just mostly scraps. So I'm going through and kind of looking at what I have and to pick out a background paper. I wanted something with pattern, so I didn't want to go get white cardstock, but I didn't want something too crazy. I really like that tie-dye paper, and I really like the paper on the other side, so I was really torn. So I ended up deciding to go with that kind of graphic, almost weaved looking paper right there. I'm going to trim off the branding strip, and then I'm going to start kind of layering up some of these scraps that I have, and kind of getting it ready for the way the sketch is. And so, because I happen to have this this black leaf pattern. Yeah, it's like a palm leaf pattern. So I'm doing that and trim down my photos, and then just trying to figure out like how big of a chunk of this I need. And there's just a lot of good little layers and tucked in bits in this sketch. I really, really like it. And it was really calling to me to use some stitching. So I'm going to take it to my machine as well. I wanted to bring in a little pop of color around the one photo, or both the photos actually. And so I made the one layer that crazy fun pattern, which I love that pattern. And once again, my kind of layers end up bigger than what the sketch holds, but I've said this before, sketches are great for a starting off point or just like an overall like blueprint, but there's things that you can make and adjust, and then you're still technically following the sketch, or sometimes you can go completely rogue and you're following the sketch still, but yeah, you know. So trimming that down and then taking this blue chunk and kind of just extending it a little bit so it goes a little bit farther behind. So cheating, but using up all the scraps. So then I really don't have much for scraps anymore. And now I just have big chunks, which sometimes means I'm less apt to cut into them, but we'll make do. We'll make do. All right. But I thought it would be a good way to use up what was in there, and then I know what I really have left over. So, oh yes, so this vellum, I decided to make that the strip that kind of goes behind the photos the long way. I really liked it, and then this is when I was thinking about the stitching. So I'm going to go ahead and take it to my machine and stitch it on that section. And like I talked about, not yesterday, but Wednesday, on day 3, I'm basically creating like the whole center cluster together so that I can figure out where my mixed media is going to go. Because I am going to do a little bit. It's not going to be something crazy. It's just going to be a little subtle bit. So I'm doing all of that, stitch down a little bit of that vellum up top. And then now I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to do for kind of the areas that go like above the photo. So there was also another specialty paper that was like, it was almost like a giant page of tickets, I want to say. But it was like holy, so it was perforated, so you're supposed to cut them apart. And I cut the whole thing apart. I've done a couple layouts with them already. So I had this one bigger chunk of this blue, which I was like, good, another deeper pop of color. Because everything's looking kind of toned down right now, which is also fine. I really like it. It's not color in your face, but there's color. So I stitched that, just stitched through it, and then I stitched a chunk of it down up on the top corner. So now I'm coming in with my bundled sage and just doing some smooshing, some packaging texting, some smooshing around. So it just kind of peeks out where the photos are around the papers. And there. So I'm going to glue it all down. And then we're going to go through some of the ephemera and the stickers. Oh, and I totally spaced and didn't mention, yes, for Product Focus Friday, we're doing Heidi Swapp all month. We're doing embellishments also all month. So today's embellishment that we wanted to focus on is flare. So I grabbed 3 flare from my stash. I had a whole, you can see the stack of them right above. Those were the ones I was going to pick through. The heart that's up on the top cluster to the right is from Scrap and Happy Studio. Most of them are from Scrap and Happy Studio. I just happen to have one flare, and that's going to be the and that's below the lower photo on the right. That one is actually from Shimmers, and they call them something else. Dots, I think. So I only have a few left. I had like a few packages from them. I only have like a handful left from them. So I used a couple, 2 different companies' flare, which is awesome. But yeah, I have a lot of Scrap and Happy Studios, a lot that are like very generic, which is the main ones that I would want to use because then I can use them for everything. And then I have some that are very specific, very Christmassy or very rainbowy. So, but yeah, I do have some that are just black and white as well, which are some of my favorite ones. So yeah, the one in the upper right hand corner is just a heart on this like nice corally color, which is in that crazy pattern paper the one photo is on. And yeah, here's a close up. Make sure you guys check out everybody else who's playing along, and I will link anybody who's playing with Product Focus Friday. Bye!